Okay, guys, we are live. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Jeff?
We wanted to dedicate this learning session in remembrance of a childhood friend, Leilu Nishmat Slavik Simcha Ben Nikadam Suyunov. He just passed away yesterday. They buried him today.
Well, Baruch Dayan
Hope we
Emet.
could have this in merit of him, so his neshama could get higher and higher.
Okay, Bezrat Hashem, Rabotai, this lecture is going to be in Leilu Nishmat Slavik what?
Slavik Simcha.
Slavik
Ben
Simcha
Nikadam.
Ben Nikadam. Richard, welcome. Okay, very good, very good. What's new, guys? Everything else is good by you? Everybody slept well at night?
Amazing, Rabbi.
Jack, you went through the security, everything was fine?
And not only that, but I woke up on the right foot today, Rabbi.
Very
Rabbi,
good.
Actually, both of us did. Today was the first day I actually put my right foot down first.
Very good, very good. Beautiful, beautiful.
You gotta sleep on the right side of the bed to do that every night.
That's right.
Yeah.
The men sleep on the right side of the bed, not on the left side.
Okay, Rabbi Sai, you guys are ready? Guys, I wanna share with you today. I'll ask one question now. I just want to go just really quick, whatever we prepared from yesterday. We did not do the halachot. Danny, how are you? And then Be'ezrat Hashem B'lineder, we're gonna get into the question I have actually today. It's a very beautiful case. Let's see how you guys think. Jigari, before you do pull up the halakha for today, I want to ask everyone a question. When it comes to showering, let's put it like this. If you want to wash parts of your body, which side do you start with first?
The right side.
Right side. Okay, where's that? Nathan,
on
that's
my
Nathan. Nathan, you're going to have to allow other people, because I know you know Nathan. Nathan lives with Rabbi Yehoshua, so he knows. I know he knows.
Rabbi, I'm so sorry to interject. Michael Isgalov just joined in. His wife just gave birth.
Thank you, guys.
Michael,
if we
nice. Mazal tov.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you.
Mazal tov, once very beautiful. Michael, mazal tov. Wow, very nice. Baby boy, girl. 1 second, guys.
If it was a boy, Rabbi Igal, you're gonna do the Brit.
No, I can't do the Brit Milah. I could barely speak. You want me to do the Brit Milah?
What's the parasha? What's the subject?
The topic is woman.
Woman?
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Hey, fine. How are you?
Yeah.
1 second, babe.
Это проблема на сегодняшний день.
Make sure that they don't use the internet upstairs. I'm getting very bad connection over here.
Дани.
Tell them not to watch anything, please. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Abba, how are you? Welcome, guys. Bye. Okay, I had to call my wife because I see my connection is going bad. I don't know why. All right, Rabotai. Anyway, I want to ask you guys a simple question. And before, yes, you know something? Before we speak about how do you wash yourself, Ephraim, how are you, Edward? If you have two guys from the same neighborhood, both went to yeshiva, right? Which is basically a religious school. And they learned Torah, both of them together, and they overcame their Yetzer Hara when it came to women. They never looked at, there were opportunities when they could have fallen, but they withstood the test. How could it be one of them gets more reward than the other if all things were equal, like Reuven Isgelov likes to say? He's professional. I gotta get Reuven into my basement over here, do a whole podcast with him. Guys, how could it be if all things are equal? How could you have two people fight the Yetzer Hara when it comes to women, and one person gets a greater reward?
What? It's a good
Repeat that, Rabbi.
How can you have two people grow up in the same neighborhood, the same yeshiva, the same upbringing, but when it came to women, they both were able to. Both of them were able to overcome the Yetzer Hara, but one of them got more reward than the other.
I mean, that's just their...
How do we know they got rewarded? Who told you they got rewarded? What was their challenges?
There were no challenges.
Maybe that's their...
How do you know who got rewarded what?
That is the case. This is a case that Chazal bring down, that if you have two people, how can it be possible that they could get two different rewards? Anyone know?
Did one do more mitzvot than the other?
No, they did mitzvot the same way.
Yeah, but
Anything, guys?
Because of the merits.
So were they judged by their?
No.
Were they judged?
give us a hint.
Something is missing in the question.
What's missing? All things are equal. One gets a higher reward than the other. What's missing?
The way in which they wash their body. Is that possible?
Okay, Rabotai, keep that question in mind.
They control their eyes.
No, they both controlled their eyes. They both overcame, opportunities came for them to fall, but they both were, Baruch Hashem, successful. Just one gets more reward than the other. Keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. That's something we want to answer. You guys hear me fine? Because I'm getting over here. This video is paused due to problems with your network. All right. Okay. You guys hear me fine?
We hear you. We hear you.
Okay,
Rabbi.
fine. Rabotai, when it comes to washing your body, if you're washing parts of your body, you begin with your right hand, correct? With your right side. But what happens when you're washing your full body? What do you begin first with?
So wait, Rabbi, you're saying when we wash our bodies, we should wash the right side first with our left hand, is what you're saying?
Correct. First the right side, then the left side.
Gotcha.
Not upper body and lower body.
No, I'm just saying. Let's say you want to wash your upper body, for example, and you're not showering. You just want to wash your upper body. We first do the right side, then we do the left side. But the question now is, what happens when I'm showering? What do I do first? Do I still wash the right side, or do I could do any side?
I thought we start with the right.
Correct. That's if you're washing your body part by part. But what happens if you're washing your full body?
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
I don't know.
So the halakha is going to tell us if you're washing your full body.
Daniel, you're on mute if you want to listen.
Where you start from, you mean?
Yeah, where do you start from? Correct. Where do you start from? Correct.
From the head.
Why the head?
Head.
Why the head? You're right, but why the head?
Because that's where you look. Because the head is the main part of your body.
Okay, very good. So the halakha says you have to halakha says you have to start with your head. Why?
Is the question.
Because the upper head, the upper head, Rabotai, you have to wash your head first. Why? Because that is the king of the body. That is the king. The head is the king. Without a head, you have no body, correct? The head controls the whole body. So you first, say it again. Say it again.
Keter.
I can't hear you breaking up, Ephraim.
Keter, road.
Keter, yes. Okay.
Brown.
Rabotai, that is the halakha. Now, does anyone know what goes on top of a head? I'm still having bad internet connection downstairs. They have to get off.
Your wife.
They must get off the phone, please. Please, thank you. Bye. Guys, you have to put on a kippah, correct? Yeah, this is not good. This is good. Okay, now we're good. Now we're good. Okay, now I see my kids were on the phone probably or something. Now we're good. Okay. Jigari, can you please pull up that chart where it speaks about the bottle?
The bottle, or so I have washing and dressing. I have kippah and I have kippah 2.
Put kippah 2, I think. Let me see kippah 2.
Kippah 2?
Yeah,
Hold
let
on
me
one
see.
second. Kippah 2 talks about, yes, an empty bottle.
Okay.
Got it.
Now, Richard, today is our first litmus test. Today is our first test. How many of us wear kippahs every single day? Not only when we speak. How many of us wear kippah every single day? Jigari, you're gonna have to make it bigger. Maybe make it size 60 or something. Thank you. Beautiful. That's good. Okay. Guys, anybody want to answer me or you guys are afraid? Danny, I want to pick on you. Danny, it's okay?
Of that.
Say it again?
I'm guilty of that. The biggest problem I have is that, I don't wear my kippah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I even have a recording that went on today where you could visibly, quite frankly, see that I'm not wearing a kippah, and it bothers me.
Okay. Richard, we cannot hear you, Richard.
You guys wear kippahs the whole day?
Right. So
Every day, every moment.
So Richard, the halacha states, here we go, we're just beginning, we're just wetting our feet now. So the law does state that every single Jew is required to wear a kippah. Now if you pay close attention, the way I'm wording it, I'm not telling you you are obligated to wear it. You are required to wear it. Which means to say sometimes I'll explain to you why. Because sometimes you are in situations where you can't wear it. For example, in court or in an anti-Semitic bad neighborhood, you can't wear it. By you not wearing it, you're not doing anything wrong. Yes, you guys are with me?
So I was actually in Paris, Rabbi, not too long ago.
Right.
Yes. Can you hear us, Rabbi?
I hear you perfectly.
So I think I shared the story with you. I shared the story with you where I was at the Chabad on Shabbat in Paris, and the rabbi basically said it's better if you don't wear the kippah.
Correct.
When walking around the city.
Correct. Because the Shulchan Aruch, when he made that halacha, he said he didn't say that it's if you don't wear it, it's an avera, but he said it's good to wear, it's proper to wear a kippah. However, today, all the Jews accepted upon themselves, if you want to see if a person, like we say that we're good Jews, one of the things we have to do is wear the kippah. So this is where, Richard, the challenge really begins. To wearing a kippah now. Imagine wearing a kippah, you're in an environment where you never wore the kippah. And now you're going to have to start wearing one, because now you learn the halakha. Now you learn the law. So this is where there's going to be a challenge to go ahead and try to do what's right. Are you guys with me?
Yeah. But you see, Rabbi, the challenge I have with wearing a kippah, and I'm not saying that's the reason why I don't wear a kippah every day.
Go ahead.
For example, when I drive, and I could just cut someone off coincidentally, not even realizing that, right? They pull up to me. I'm not even realizing that I cut him off. I'm not even realizing that he's upset at me. And now he sees me wearing a kippah. He now says, "What an effing Jew!"
Right.
Is that
a chil Hashem. That is, you're desecrating Hashem's name. That is desecrating Hashem's name. In these situations, if you know you're that type of driver, there's a mitzvah not to wear your kippah. Or you see like Ephraim is wearing a cap, you put on a cap.
I have a collection.
Yes, Reuven, you're with me?
Maybe I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Maybe
Yes.
How do you fix the Hillel Hashem though?
Wow. To fix
Wow, Joey.
Joey, to fix Echil Hashem is not so simple. There's certain sins that Hashem can forgive you on Yom Kippur. Or through, some problem here and there, Hashem can forgive you. When it comes to Echil Hashem, the Gemara says the only thing that's going to atone for desecrating Hashem's name is death, when a person dies. However, come other rabbis and they say that if you do Kiddush Hashem, you sanctify Hashem's name, you do something right in public, you're able to rectify it. Or you learn Torah, if you learn Torah with in depth, meaning with sweat and toil, learning Torah also atones for Chil Hashem. But Chil Hashem is not something very lightly. I'll tell you, you think a person, he eats pig and he doesn't keep Yom Kippur, wow, he's doing a big sin. A person who desecrates God's name is even worse. He could have a black hat and a beard and peyot, is much more worse off. You guys see me? You guys hear me? Everything's good? I just want to make sure I'm not disconnected.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loud and clear, Rabbi.
Somebody told me one time something crazy. I shouldn't be saying this right now. Hey, we got Jack in the house. I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. He came to me and he said, Rabbi, this keeper business is very hard. You know why? Because sometimes I like to go to strip club. Just like that. He said, I want to go to strip club. And by me going to the strip club with the kippah, it's very bad. I can't go to the... what do you want me to do, Rabbi? Whatever, I don't want to tell you what I told him. But... you know what happened? So,
We want to know.
Yeah, Jeff, I'll tell you. You know what happened? Very sad. So he went to the, so he took off his kippah because there's no, listen, if you're going to do Navera, at least don't show you're Jewish. So
Right.
Ephraim, his mazal was that day that one of the dancers on stage, they take men, they put a chair and they start dancing for him. How do you guys know this? Chas v'shalom, but you guys are shaking. Richard, you see what I'm dealing with, Richard, and you wanna, So what happened? So she picked this guy and she put him on the chair. So what could be bad? Nobody knows he's Jewish. But then she ripped open his shirt and he had tzitzis underneath.
Why?
There, you understand, you can't run away from Hashem. You just can't run away from Hashem. You want to be Jewish, be Jewish, be Jewish all the way. And everybody has, everybody has an evil inclination, but use your head. So yeah, to answer your question, Reuven, this is how it is. If you're driving in a certain way where it's going to cause a desecration, or for example, you have a lot of people, and I don't know how many of you guys smoke over here, for example. A lot of times you see people, they smoke, correct? So they smoke a cigarette, and they fling it right in front of other people, or even they fling it. They don't put it in the garbage. They fling it, or they spit. All this is considered to be a desecration of Hashem's name. Because if another person comes and he's disgusted by it, you will be held responsible. We have to be careful with our actions, how we behave. Richard, are you with me, Richard? I don't know if you ever went to a synagogue, the way people, I don't know, I hope they don't urinate like this in the house. They urinate over the seat, under the seat, on top of the seat. Rabotai, these things are not allowed. If another Jew walks in over there and he can't urinate because it's dirty, or he can't make number 2 because it's dirty, now he walks away. Every second that he holds the urination, the other person is going to be judged. You're not allowed to do it. But how many of us think about another person today? You don't. We don't have it today. Everything is iPhone, selfie, everything's about the eye, iPad, everything's about the eye. So all of these things are problematic. So we have to be very, very careful. You with me, Richard? Rabotai, I want to share with you, I want to ask you guys a question. What does it mean to wear a kippah? I want to just show you an example, as you guys can see on the board, on the screen. You guys can answer this question. An empty bottle, how many covers does it need?
1.
Really? An empty bottle needs 1 cover? Wow. Jigari, you just said that?
You said a cover. You mean to the top, or you mean like
an empty bottle? How many covers does it need?
If it's empty, it doesn't need anything.
It doesn't need anything.
Beautiful. Richard, I did see your message. If you guys have to go, you guys can go. A bottle of water. A bottle of water. How many covers does it need?
It's a tricky question.
No, it's a simple question. Why is it a tricky question? It's a simple question.
None.
A bottle of water. No, a real bottle. You have water with a bottle.
Is there water in there?
Yes, I just said a bottle of water.
Gotcha.
How many?
Why does it need a cover?
How many? It needs 1 cover, no?
For what?
How are you going to carry it?
You said cover.
No, a cap, a cover. Come on. No, a cup, a cap. 1, beautiful. A wine bottle. How many covers does that have?
1.
No, a wine bottle usually comes with 2 covers. Right? You have the probka, you have the, what do you call that thing? You have the cork, and then you have on top of the cork something else.
Spout. Okay.
Right.
0, 1, 2.
Rabotai, now listen to this. The more valuable something is, the more we cover and protect it. You guys agree with me?
Yes.
Beautiful. A Jew is not an empty bottle. We hold something more precious than water or wine, a soul, a neshama, which is holy. Just as we protect valuable things with extra covers, we cover our heads to just as we protect valuable things with extra covers, so therefore we cover our heads to show we value our connection to Hashem. We're humble before Him. We respect our inner holiness. If a bottle of wine deserves 2 seals because it's precious, how much more does a Jew who carries Hashem's Torah in his soul deserve the crown of respect, a kippah?
Wow.
Every time we cover our head, we remind ourselves, I'm important, I serve Hashem, I'm not empty. That's why wearing a kippah is not just a custom, it's a statement of who we are. Rabotai, and I'll tell you something, there was a guy, he was a mechanic, I don't know if anybody's a mechanic over here. So he went and somebody came, he was working with a non-Jew, and he did for him the car, and he said, you know something, don't worry about it. It's on me, it's on the house. So the guy said, wow, he was stunned. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. So the guy comes up to me and says, Rabbi, tell me, did I do a Kiddush Hashem? I said, no, man, how can you do a Kiddush Hashem? He's like, what do you mean? I said, you don't wear a kippah, so they don't know if you're Jewish or not. If you're wearing a kippah, I can see, Jack, you're Jewish, Jack. But if you're not wearing a kippah, what, just because of the Bukhari knows, how am I supposed to know you're Jewish? So, Rabotai, so this is really it. This is, and again, when we start learning these things, one of the things we want to try to work on, one of the things we want to try to make a goal at least, when you're sitting at home at the very least, or at least on Shabbat, to try to cover your head. At the very, very least, it's very, very important. You will feel a sense of satisfaction. You will feel a sense of importance. Like, wow, I'm really doing something. I don't know why kippah just gives you that feeling that, like I'm a Jew. I don't know. It just I can't really explain that feeling that you get by wearing a kippah. You can't explain to a blind person what color red is, or you can't explain to a person who can't smell how the flowers smell beautiful. It's something you have to feel. This is not something that could be said over. As much as Torah that you want to learn, in order to feel this excitement, in order to feel that satisfaction, that contentment, you actually have to go ahead and do it. I'll give you an example. If you guys right now, for example, go to a basketball game, right? And if you're in the arena, how do you guys feel? Crazy, everybody's yelling, everybody's screaming.
Yeah,
drama, the adrenaline. But if you're in the zone, but if you're at home, you don't have that. You understand? Until you don't do that, until you're not in the stadium or in the arena, you don't have that adrenaline running. You understand? That's why when it comes to doing mitzvot, when you do it, you start feeling it. You actually start feeling it. Even when I take the kippah off, I feel naked. I don't know why. It's like walking without underwear. Chas v'shalom.
Put it on.
Rabotai, I want to conclude. Say it again.
It's a part of you already. That's why.
Exactly. That's why we try to educate our children from day one, not day one, but at least from 3 years old.
It's like wearing glasses. I forget my glasses. I gotta put on my glasses.
Correct.
The same way.
Correct. For some people, Israel is like their phone. Their phones became their oxygen tank.
Right.
Rabotai, let's conclude with what we started. Jigari, does anyone have an answer? How can you have, Danny, two people? I want you guys to really think. How can you have two people that grew up in the same neighborhood, went to the same yeshiva, which is a religious school, learned Torah? One guy gets more reward because they both overcame the temptation of women, but one guy gets more reward than the other. How could that be?
Maybe he's just the chosen one. Maybe he has more parnasah than the other one.
What is parnasah? No, they both have $500 million in the bank account. What does parnasah have to do with anything right now? What, if you have money, you're not going to fall?
There's an actual reason why the other one got rewarded more than the other one.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not all.
There is.
One was sleeping with the girls before and one didn't.
No, quanta pashon, Gary. Yeah, quanta pashon. Rabotai, I'll put it to you like this. I'll give you a hint. It says,
Give us a hint.
our rabbis of blessed memory, they said, Lefum ta'ara agra, according to the pain is the gain. Go ahead, try to think of it now. According to the pain is the gain. The more something, the more harder something is, the more reward you're going to get.
Yes, Rabbi.
Hey.
So that's what I wanted to say, Rabbi. Gary, how are you? That's what I wanted to say, is that some people's inclination is a lot greater and harder to deal with than others. And I think this is to Richard's point all this time. Richard all this time has been saying that there's people dealing with different types of thoughts that is top of mind, and it could be the reason why they actually were brought back to this world, is to work on that specifically, right? So is it possible that one of those boys had a harder inclination to deal with than the other?
Okay, you're saying very good. And just
harder.
You're saying very good. Just to touch upon what Richard is saying, you're right. If Richard, for example, let me just use Richard or any one of you guys, if you guys, for example, sit down right now and learn Torah for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever we're learning now, your reward is much greater than mine. I don't have a problem, Baruch Hashem, thank God, to sit and learn. I love learning Torah. Like you guys love making money, I love learning Torah. Like you guys love women, I love learning Torah. You with me, Jack, or no, Jack?
Not all of us, Rabbi.
No, I got you.
Yeah, Rabbi, we're married men.
So therefore, what? You're not. I don't want to. You're not gay, correct? What does that mean?
Yeah, but
come on, Jack.
He taught us that we have to only eyes are for our
Yeah. Your eyes are for your wife. Yeah, that's good. I know you're being recorded.
Johnny, what's up, baby?
So this is the whole point. Your reward is much greater than mine now. Like this, look, for you guys it's hard. So you know the case of the Jigari, you were close. Reuven, you with me?
Yes, Rabbi.
Danny, you don't want to try Danny? Danny's too quiet today. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Danny.
Danny, you're on mute.
I said I'm listening. I'm trying to figure it out.
What about Israel? Israel, you have anything to say
About what?
about this case? How could it be that both guys, one gets a greater
I
reward?
agree.
Where were you this entire time?
I agree.
No,
I
I thought you
agree
guys
with
were already
Reuben.
talking about.
But why? Why should his okay, fine. Why should his Yetzirah be greater than the other guy? They're both men. No, they're both straight. Why should it be?
Give it to us, Rabbi.
Because one guy's weaker than the other, and
Why?
Maybe one
certain
guy's
weaknesses.
Maybe one guy.
It has to. He mentioned it has to do with the pain. Maybe he suffered so much and he overcame, the suffering, and he's
What? Okay, Jack. Okay, Jack. What made him suffer? What? His mother-in-law. What made him suffer? His mother-in-law.
No gain.
What made him suffer? I'm
he
asking.
put
What made him
himself-
suffer?
Maybe
What
he
made
made
him
himself
suffer?
suffer.
What? How?
Maybe one is just more closer to Hashem than the
No,
other.
no, they're both close. They're both close to Hashem. Okay, Rabbi, you ready for
Okay,
this?
do you want me to ask chat?
You can ask Chad. I know. I want you to ask Chad right now. Go ahead. I want you to.
All right, what's the question? Go for it. What do you want me to ask?
Ask Chad. How could it be that you have two people when all things are equal, and they both overcome the temptation from women? One gets a greater reward than the other. I want to hear what he says.
And both things are equal, but
Yeah, they both grew up in the same neighborhood. They're both religious. They both wear black hats. They both on Torah all day. They both have $500 million in their account.
one has more what?
More reward.
One has more
Yeah.
reward after he dies.
Question is why?
After he dies.
Why? Why does he have such a greater reward than the other?
Okay. That's a thoughtful question, and it touches on spiritual ethics and
Okay, go ahead.
ideas about fairness, intention, and reward. From a spiritual religious perspective, intentions matter. Even if two people do the same outward actions, one may have purer intentions, deeper seniority, or more self-sacrifice, things that aren't visible but matter spiritually. Circumstances and effort. One person may have had to overcome greater challenges, internal or
Ask
external.
Chad, what is that challenge? I want to. What could that challenge be?
Well, I have to go.
Chat GPT.
Okay, I'll see you
Rabbi,
guys.
thank
I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys. No
Bye.
problem. Whoever has to go can run, guys.
What is that challenge?
Chat GPT, that Jack.
In more detail, please.
Oh.
The challenge can lead to internal challenges such as temptations or desires. One person might naturally enjoy doing good while the other struggles with selfishness, laziness, or pride, but still chooses to do the right thing. Their effort carries more weight. Fear or anxiety. Someone may act bravely despite fear or judgment, failure, or consequences.
Yeah, Jack, let's make this simple. All right? I said all things are equal. I know what she's telling, but let's make this very simple. You ready for this? Jigadi, you could put it. Jigadi, you could take away the PowerPoint. You guys ready for this?
Yes.
You guys remember?
Open the PowerPoint, Reuben.
You remember Yosef HaTzadik? Yosef
Yes.
HaTzadik, he's the only one in the Torah that's called a tzaddik. Why is he the only one that's called a tzaddik? Because at 20 years old, he had such a temptation to be with Potiphar's wife, and he didn't do. He overcame it. But why did she want to be with him? Because of his beauty. One guy that we speak about in the story that gets more reward because he was more beautiful than the other guy. He was more handsome, so he was more girls were attracted to
I
him.
wanted to say this.
So why don't you say it, Jack? Guys, can I just I want to conclude with this question. We'll leave this for tomorrow, Reuven. I know everybody has to run. I'm also over the time. I want to leave you guys with this question. Hopefully we'll take it upon tomorrow, B'li Neder. there was a real raffle. There was a real raffle that was going on. B'ezrat Hashem, you're right. There was a real raffle that was going on, and the raffle was $100 per ticket. How much are you going to win in return? $1 million.
Okay.
So you think to yourself, $100 for $1 million, who's not going to do it? One guy went and he bought 10 tickets for $1,000. He gave them the credit card, they swiped it, everything was fine. They let him go home. The time came when they started to draw the lottery. They take out the lottery and they see that is that guy that bought the lottery tickets for $1,000. One of his, from the 10 tickets, one of them came out, it was his name. Let's say Joey. I don't know. Let's just say it's Joey. No, Joey, you have Joey. No, not Joey. Let's say, I don't know. Adam. So now, they look and they say, whoa, Adam won. So now they're about to call him and tell him that he won $1 million. Can you imagine the excitement that he's going to have? But what happened, Israel? You guys are with me? I'm getting disconnected right now again.
Yes.
But guys, but what happened? The secretary, the one who was accepting the credit card said, I forgot to tell you guys, when I swiped this credit card, the money never went through. The question we're going to try to take on tomorrow, Billy Neder, is he owed the $1 million or not?
Yes.
No, tomorrow, everything's for tomorrow. We will see this tomorrow, okay, guys?
It's a redraw raffle.
No, there's no redraw, but we're going to see this tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Looking forward, Rabbi.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Much appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem, guys. I'll see you.
Thank you.
I see you.
Bye, guys.